Welcome back to Study Smart Australia, the podcast where we turn complex visa rules into simple, honest conversations. I'm your host, Sarah, and today we are talking about a topic that affects thousands of international graduates every year. More than 20% of all 485 visa applications are refused, and many graduates have no idea why. To unpack this properly, I am joined again by Tom from GTE Experts, someone who sees the real reasons behind student and graduate visa refusals every single week. Tom, great to have you back.
Always great to be here, Sarah. And yes, this episode is important. A very large number of 485 visas are getting refused, and the most frustrating part is that most of those refusals could have been prevented. People think the 485 is easy or automatic, and that is where everything starts to fall apart.
Exactly. I hear this all the time. Students think the 485 is simple. But as you always say, most 485 refusals do not happen because the applicant is ineligible. They happen because the application is incomplete, incorrect, or badly timed. So let us break down the main refusal reasons so graduates do not repeat the same mistakes. All right, Tom, let us start with the basics. What exactly is the 485 visa and why is it so important?
The 485 temporary graduate visa is basically your bridge from studying in Australia to working full-time, and possibly to permanent residency in the future. It is one of the most valuable visas for graduates. But because so many people assume it is guaranteed, they get careless, and that is where refusals begin.
So let us get into the biggest mistakes, and the first one is choosing the wrong 485 stream.
Yes, this is one of the most common reasons for refusal. Many students do not realise there are different streams, such as the post-study work stream for bachelor, master and doctorate graduates, and the graduate work stream for trades, diplomas and certain occupations depending on the current rules. Common refusal situations happen when someone applies for the wrong stream, studies a course that is not eligible, misunderstands CRI/COS requirements, or does not know whether their qualification actually qualifies. If the stream is wrong, the visa is refused. It is as simple as that.
Second major refusal reason, not having valid English test results.
This is huge. Many applicants rely on an old test result, forget their scores expire, assume studying in English is enough, or try to take the test after lodging. The 485 visa requires a valid test score, taken within the correct time frame and meeting the required standard. If your English test is invalid at the time of decision, the application is almost always refused.
The third big reason is lodging before meeting the Australian study requirement, and this catches so many people.
Yes, and it is such an avoidable mistake. You must have fully completed your course, received your completion letter, and made sure your qualification meets the CRI/COS duration rules. That usually means at least 92 weeks and at least 16 months. But many graduates lodge too early, before their final results, before official completion, with provisional letters, or with incomplete transcripts. If the department cannot see that the study requirement is met, they refuse the application immediately.
Another one of the silent killers of 485 applications is problems with AFP checks, health checks, and health insurance.
Exactly. These requirements are simple but unforgiving. You need the correct type of AFP check done at the correct time. You must hold OVHC, not OSHC, and if health examinations are required, they must be done. People get refused because their AFP was done after lodging, or they selected the wrong type, or they kept student insurance instead of switching to OVHC. These are small details, but they are non-negotiable.
Let us move on to another very common issue, incomplete or inconsistent documents.
This one surprises many people. Officers check identity details, course completion letters, dates on your statements, transcripts, COE information, correct course titles, and accurate CRI/COS codes. If anything does not match, or if something is missing, the officer is not required to chase you. They can refuse the application based on the information provided. The 485 visa is a decision-ready application, which means it must be correct at the time you lodge.
And of course, timing is one of the most painful mistakes of all. People apply outside the valid time window.
Absolutely. You must apply within the required time frame of your course completion, and usually while you still hold a valid student visa, depending on rule changes. The common timing mistakes include waiting too long after completion, miscalculating the completion date, thinking the graduation ceremony is the completion date, or letting the student visa expire before lodging. Once you fall outside the permitted window, it is over. There is no flexibility.
So if we simplify everything, the biggest mindset mistake is treating the 485 like it is automatic.
Exactly. People assume that because they studied in Australia, they automatically qualify, but that is not how the law works. You must choose the correct stream, meet the study requirement, have valid English, lodge within the time frame, submit correct AFP documentation and OVHC, and provide consistent decision-ready documents. Most refusals are the result of careless, avoidable mistakes.
This was such an important episode. If you are finishing your studies or planning your 485 soon, please do not treat it as a formality. One mistake can cost your entire post-study future in Australia. Tom, what should someone do if they want their case checked before they lodge?
The smartest step is a pre-lodgement assessment. At GTE Experts, we review your eligibility, your study history, your timing, your English test, your AFP requirements, your health insurance, and your entire document set before you lodge. That is how we prevent avoidable refusals. If you need support, you can visit gteexperts.com.au or call us on +6 14242 51616.
Thank you for listening to Study Smart Australia. Please share this episode with a classmate. You might save their 485 visa without even realizing it. We will see you in the next one.